We are going to do some overhead shoulder mobility training today. We're going to be using a tennis ball and a bench. The bench is optional. You can do without it. Maybe for the exercises that we do both arms at a time, you'll just do one arm at a time. It'll be the same thing. It'll just take you a few seconds longer for the workout. That's it. The first set of exercises is going to be kind of like our warm-up. So we're going to do some overhead axial rotations, which means we rotate our shoulder in place. And we're going to pair that with some end range rotations, which means we're going to draw circles at the end range. Okay, so first one is axials. I'm going to come down, block your chest here. And if you're not using a bench, you're just going to come down on the floor on all fours and perform one at a time, or you can even use a resistance ball as some chest support. We're going to bring both arms up into the letter Y position. And then from here, you're kind of fighting to stay in your end range as you rotate your shoulders in place here. We're not rotating at the wrist and forearm, but at the shoulder. So you want to squeeze your biceps, feel your rotator cuff working, everything up there engaging. Okay, so we're going to do that for 1 minute. Where's my timer? Got it. All right. So this is about just how many quality reps you can do within this time period. I don't care how many, just the time under tension for 1 minute as we perform these rotations matters. All right. Let's go up into the letter Y position. Hold that squeeze. Start rotating here. Nice and slow, especially at first, so you can get a real feel for what that rotation is like with control, because you'll definitely feel a difference in both shoulders. Challenge is to just keep them up here. 30 seconds left. Keep that tension flowing through your arms. 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, you'll hear it. There we go. Whew, shake it off. Now the next exercise is going to be for reps, and it's the end range rotations. So we're going to go back up into that position and we're going to draw circles in that end point. We're going to go for 8 in one direction clockwise and then go counterclockwise. All right, back up to the letter Y, hold nice and strong. Let's go clockwise. 1, nice and slow. 2, so you're essentially dropping a little bit and lifting back up into overhead flexion. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, pause, reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, last one. Those are never easy. Let's take a rest for 1 minute and we're going to do that again. So mobility training is strength training, as you can feel. And I always say, have an emotional support drink with you. Oh, look, there's mine. But have an emotional support drink with you, because this is that internal strength training. So it's gonna hurt on your soul. I don't even want to say a little bit, because it's a lot, right? A lot of muscle engagement, but a lot of focus. That's what I mean by it hurts your soul. So have that emotional support drink with you. We have 10 seconds. All right. Next set is a drop set. So we're gonna go for 45 seconds. Let me turn that down. 45 seconds on the axial rotations, which is twisting in place. And then 6 reps in each direction for the end range rotations. All right, let's come back down. Once again, you'll hear the clock. 45 seconds. Let's come up into letter Y. 45 seconds starts now. Focus here. Nice and slow. As much clean rotation as you can give it. Halfway. Ten seconds. All right, shake it off. Okay, next up is the end range rotations. This is where we're drawing circles. Again, remember to give it that slight drop out of end range so you can really fight for that lift back up into it. So there's a lot of control being built with those. All right, a lot of conditioning there. All right, let's get ready here. 6 in one direction, then 6 in the other. Chest blocked, core tight, letter Y, clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. Gets hard to count. It sure does, sure does. It is so much easier with lifting weights and talking and counting. All right, let's take a minute here. All right, next up, we're gonna do some isometrics. So we're gonna keep using the bench. If you're not using the bench, you can use a chair, anything elevated, because we're gonna just be doing some isometrics in the overhead position, one arm at a time. So we're using a flat bench here, some isometrics. We're gonna do 2 sets of these. And with each set, we're gonna work a little harder and drive a little deeper into that overhead range. So single arm here, I'll have the time going for us. So on all fours, we're gonna bring one arm over onto the bench, kind of like the letter Y. There's a letter I, so super overhead, kind of like bicep close to your ear. I want it a little further away, closer to that letter Y, okay? So from here, I want you to find the space where when you lift, it's about like 6 inches here. That's where we want to be for the first set. So find where that is. You can play around with your body positioning, the height of the object you're using, if it's not a bench. So play around with that and elevate yourself and pull your chest closer to the floor. All right, so from here, we're going to take a deep breath in, brace up, stay nice and tight here, and let's push down into the bench, fire up all of the shoulder muscles here, even the lat a little bit. So push just a tiny bit, just to establish a starting point for strength here. Okay, now push even harder right now, a little more moderate effort. And let's hold that here for 15 seconds. 10 more seconds, stay with that effort. Once the time is up, we're gonna lift away from the bench, keeping our torso fixed, and lift up. This is that rails effort here. Hold that for 15 seconds. Keep fighting here. Don't compensate with your chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring it down. All right, shake it off. Let's go to the other shoulder here. Your range of motion might be different between the two, so I'll play around with what works for you. We're going to find a position where it's about 6-inch lift, okay? That warm-up set. All right, letter Y. Breath in. Brace up your core. Stay nice and tight here. Push just a tiny bit, just to establish a baseline. Okay, now go a little harder for me. Moderate effort. 15 seconds starts now. Stay with it. Don't let off. Ten seconds. Stay with it here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ease off. Now lift up. Other side of the shoulder working. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring it down. Shake it off. All right, back to the other arm now. So what I'm gonna do, where's my yoga block? So I was on my hand. I'm gonna come down a little lower to make it more challenging on the second set. So I like to come down on my elbow just like this on the yoga block, come back up here. Now, I have to apply even more effort just to lift a tiny bit. That last 10 degrees of the range of motion, it's exactly where we want to be on this one, and just for end range training in general. Okay, so let's get ready here. Deep breath in. Let's take 3 deep breaths before we start, because we are a little deeper into that range of motion. On that third breath, inhale, exhale, brace up, get nice and steady. And let's push down, strong arm, push down just a tiny bit. Now a little harder, moderate effort. It's gonna feel a lot more intense than the first one, right? Because we're deeper. 10 seconds left here. 3, 2, 1. Slowly ease off. Now squeeze that nice. Now squeeze hard and lift. 10 seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring it down. Breath or two before you come out of it. Let that shoulder relax. Nice, slowly come out of that. It was obviously more intense. You're gonna feel a lot of the connective tissue and muscles working on this one. Especially, again, we're going deeper on the second set. So, let's see for this one here. Letter Y. Should be pretty tough to lift up here. The first effort is called pails. Second effort where we lift is called rails. First one we're gonna hold for 15 seconds. Second one we hold for 10. All right. Second one we hold for 15 as well. All right. 3 deep breaths before we start. All right, then inhale, exhale, brace up, stay tight here, push down just a tiny bit. Strong arm, let's push even harder, moderate effort, hold for 15 seconds. Four, three, two, one. Slowly ease off and lift up. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Whew. Breath or two before you come out of it. Slowly coming out of it, shake it off. Nice. All right, now we take our tennis ball for this next one. And these are gonna be drop catches that we're gonna be doing from the overhead position. So you're dropping the ball and catching it really fast to come back up to the overhead position. Key thing to remember here is these are not reflexes. You're not testing your hand's reflexes to let go and catch it really quickly. You're testing the rebound in your shoulder, its ability to stop in this lower position and quickly come back up to the top, okay? So it's all happening rapidly, but it's not a jerky reflex kind of exercise, all right? So we're gonna do these for time, so they're gonna be for a minute each arm for 2 sets. Now, the first set is going to be the stickiest, I think, right? Usually is when you're trying something new. So give yourself a chance, go through the reps. You're going to be doing probably close to 100 reps in that 1 minute, especially as you get faster. And yeah, again, give yourself a chance to just learn the exercise, learn how to rebound with your shoulder and develop that speed, strength in your shoulder, okay? So let's do this. All right, little demonstration. I like to hang on to the bench, so one arm at a time. Okay, so when you start out, you'll find yourself going lower, but you'll find that sweet spot eventually where you can really rebound and catch and lift back up, okay? So 1 minute each arm here. Let's do this. Arm coming up, letter Y, facing down. Stay tight throughout the rest of your body. Halfway. Seconds. Three, two. You didn't hear that one because oh, there it is. Because I had it on silent, but it was a minute. All right, so. That's tough, isn't it? I know you're saying yes. It is tough. We are going to get a break in between these. Because, I mean, as you've noticed, too, it starts to fire up a lot of your left obliques, left side of your abs, like your QL, those muscles back here, which is great, right? So stay nice and strong with your torso and keep working strictly through that shoulder, all right? Come back up. Hug the bench and go ahead. After this set, you'll get a feel for which shoulder fatigues quicker, which one has better coordination. It's a great learning process, so you know what to focus on, right? halfway. $15 seconds. Let's take a minute rest. Whew. Like I said, great learning process, because you get to see, I mean, it's with all of it, right? Like the mobility part that we started with, you get to see what moves well, what doesn't. With the isometrics we did, you get to kind of feel like which shoulder can I push a little harder with, which shoulder is a little more apprehensive on the push. And then you absolutely should always test your speed strength too. It's not just with, you know, general movements. Really can be applied nicely to the single joint stuff, right, as we're doing here now, because you really can isolate and focus and feel the burn in places you haven't before. I think that's time. There it is. All right. Let's do this. So even if you fatigue, as many reps as you are able to do, even when you fatigue, keep going. It'll just unlock more potential, more muscles. All right. Last set here. Let's do it. Arm up and drop. Halfway. Ooh. Ah, fatigue, 10 seconds. Tiny catches. Oh, man. Oh, that one got me. That one got me. All right. I'm doing 1 minute and 3 seconds, by the way, giving us 3 seconds to get ourselves into position. All right. Other side. And go. Make it about your triceps here. Remember, keep that arm straight. Catch with that shoulder, lift with that shoulder. $15 seconds. Holy moly. Fatigue. Fatigue. It's nice. It's nice. Okay. So that was overhead shoulder mobility training. Strength training, that internal system, that control, that focus, that feel, that awareness. Right? If you enjoyed that, if you found value in that, please be sure to like and subscribe for more training classes just like this. I'll see you guys next time.